Hello everyone and welcome back to the Strawberry Lowly channel. Move over, you are glam, because there is a new kid in the Daiso makeup section. So there is a new kid on the block in the Daiso makeup section that everyone's talking about, and it is this new brand called Coou or Coou, C-O-O-U. I think it's Coou, because otherwise why would there be a U at the end, right? Coou. I have a few of their items here. So yeah, there's already a couple of items that are like sold out. That's how popular this is right now. Everything that I'm going to try out today is 100 yen, but they also have a cushion foundation that comes in this red case that is 300 yen. I heard that that's really good too, but they were completely sold out of my shade. So I did manage to pick up the concealer in 01 light beige, and this one was 100 yen, so I'm excited to try this out. But first we're gonna start with the base. So this is like a pink toned color control base. Yeah, it's literally called Control Color in 01 Pink Glow. So let's try this out. I like the packaging overall. It's very nice, simple, minimalistic. Ooh, okay. I don't know if you can see the pink tint because of the lights, but it's definitely very noticeably pink. The consistency actually feels pretty good. It's not too watery. It has a mild, fresh scent to it as well. And can I tell you something shocking? I actually quite like this scent. Like, it doesn't smell cheap at all. If you put this in a slightly more expensive looking bottle, and I didn't know that it was from Daiso, if you just told me that it was a regular drugstore brand, I would probably totally believe you. I actually think that looks really good. It's like this perfect dewy finish. I mean, we should just give my natural skin a little bit of credit too, but I think that, like, so far, I know this is a first impressions video, so I'm not gonna make any like sweeping definitive claims, but as far as, you know, accomplishing what it says on the label, which is that it's a color control base, I feel like it accomplished its purpose. I do feel like my skin just looks brighter and fresher overall, and it also evened out some of the inconsistent coloration. So that's great. Before I move on to this concealer, actually, I would like to just go ahead and do my brows quickly, if you guys don't mind. So this is a new nose and eyebrow powder from Cezanne, and it's in a new shade called 06 Pink Brown. This one is obviously not from the 100 yen shop, but as you guys all know, Cezanne is still a very, very affordable brand, one of the cheaper ones in the drugstore. Yeah, don't ask me why all of a sudden I wanted to try out a pink tinted eyebrow shadow. I don't know, I feel like it would look cute. Even though I don't have pink hair, first of all, I could decide to have pink hair any day, but even with my natural dark brown hair color, I feel like pink still matches that anyway. I really like the quality of this powder so far. It's very, very finely milled, possibly even more so than my RMK eyebrow powder. Maybe I should get this in just the regular brown color, because I am seeing the pink tint come through, which works for the fun little affordable look that I'm doing today, but maybe not every day, you know? Look at how smooth and finely milled that is. This is that perfect, like, semi-glossy finish that I love from Japanese and Korean shadows. They just always do powder so good. I'm kind of low-key upset that I didn't try out this product sooner out of loyalty to my RMK. Remind me never to be loyal to a makeup product ever again, because these products aren't loyal, so why should we be? Now we can go ahead and try out this concealer. The fact that this is only 100 yen, I do still want to try out the foundation, because that one is 300 yen, which is kind of like, for Daiso brands, 300 yen is kind of my limit. When it comes to like Daiso or 100 yen shop makeup brands, 300 yen is kind of like my limit. You know, if you go any higher than that, then I cease to feel like I'm getting a deal. Yeah, this is like a slightly watery consistency at first, but as you can see, it is actually blending out quite beautifully. Like, it doesn't slip and slide around, it actually grips onto your skin. It's melding well into that base that we just laid down, and this one doesn't really smell like anything. It just has like a faint plasticky smell, not in a bad way whatsoever though. So yeah, I would say this is like medium coverage. It's just getting along really well with my skin. Like, I remember in the past, whenever I've tried any type of face product from Daiso, they always have this like weird, either they're very, very sheared out to the point where there's not even the desired coverage that you want, or the ingredients, I don't know, there's like weird cheap filler ingredients in there, as you may imagine, that make the product like oily or weird. Basically it makes it hard to actually blend into your skin. But this, to me, this is like understanding the assignment, what a concealer is actually supposed to do. So yeah, not full coverage, but definitely like a good medium everyday coverage. And I literally cannot even detect it on my skin after applying. Like, do you see that? Everything is just so smooth and dewy looking. Could this be the brand to put You Are Glam out of business? Please let it be so. Please let You Are Glam go bankrupt. Yes, I said what I said. I don't care. You guys know I have a vendetta grudge against You Are Glam, okay? I just do not like their whole shtick for whatever reason. It pisses me off. This brand, for some reason, the products are just not as remotely offensive to me as the You Are Glam ones are. I don't know if it's the design, like it's very easy on the eyes, very minimalist, unassuming. Okay, I'm gonna do my eye makeup really quickly with this ColourPop Secret Admirer palette from last year's Valentine's Day. Yes, I am using last year's Valentine's Day palette over this year's because this year's sucks. And we will get back to that in a future video that I plan to film about, I wouldn't say like the worst makeup that I ever tried, but products that didn't work out for me. Maybe that's what I'll call it. But yeah, I'm just gonna do a run-of-the-mill everyday pink look with this. And actually I am going to see if I can use this concealer as an eyeshadow base. Okay, now I'm gonna add some of this big chunky silvery glitter. They have a couple of different glitter liner formulations, it seems. Like this one I think is the flashiest, more suited for just that accent glitter. It has the largest particles inside, but then they also have the more, what would be considered more traditional like glitter or metallic eyeshadow formula, which I personally am not interested in. I don't know, they just didn't excite me as much. But this one, I want to see how this holds up against classic, you know, K-Beauty or J-Beauty glitter. Yeah, I feel like it's hard to get this product wrong, right? It's just a clear base with a lot of glitters. Ooh, that is really pretty and really wet. So let's see if that dries down. But yeah, I feel like if there's any one area where it's a high probability of the Daiso version giving just as good or even better of a performance than the regular drugstore or high-end brands, it would have to be in this like chunky glitter top coat area, right? Because how hard is it really? There's only so many ways to make a glitter liquid top coat or a pressed glitter pan. And so yeah, if you think about it, that's like an automatic huge way to save on your makeup. This thing at 100 yen, that's easily like 1/10 of the price of a regular glitter topper from any other regular brand. Yeah, it is quite wet though, so you do have to wait a little bit for it to dry down. The only thing I was worried about is if it would lift off any of my eyeshadow that I already had on underneath, but it doesn't look like that is a problem, right? It's not lifting or moving around my eyeshadow, so I feel like I can even add more. I wish the applicator was more of like a flat paddle type though, because I feel like this thin point is not really helpful for helping me place the larger chunky glitters in particular. Anyway, let me not nitpick. Okay, I think that about does it. Oh, wait, one last thing I forgot. Since this product doubles as a nose and eyebrow powder, I'm gonna go ahead and do a slight nose contour with just the lightest shade on the end here. I know that only the middle portion looks like it's pink, but there really is like a noticeable pink tinge to all three shades in this palette, so I just want to make sure that I don't overdo anything. But yeah, I think the lightest shade is like just the right deepness for a nose contour. That's enough. I really don't need much. So this is the final look. I am loving it. I feel like it looks so fresh and natural, and Coou or Coou makeup, however you pronounce it, they definitely have my attention now. The Pink Glow primer was great. Concealer is great for a regular everyday medium coverage. I do have my concealer from Tier that is still my favorite and go to when I'm looking for a fuller coverage, but this is definitely like getting the job done as far as a medium light coverage goes. And you saw it worked pretty well as an eyeshadow primer as well. The glitter, I will be honest, I'm probably not going to continue using just because I have so many other glitters from legitimate like Japanese K-beauty and Chinese brands, purely for the fact that I feel like it would be a waste to neglect those for 100 yen glitter. If I was someone who didn't already have a lot of glitter options in my collection though, if I was just looking for something that delivers the same impact on a budget, definitely recommend this. As far as the face products go though, they definitely knocked it out of the park today. Like I'm still in disbelief a little bit. I have been in this makeup for several hours now. By this point, I haven't been filming the whole time. I'm actually watching the White Lotus season 2 as I'm filming this. So yeah, filming a little bit and then taking snack breaks, White Lotus watching breaks in between. And so before you know it, now it's like 5 a.m., which means that it's been about 5 hours since I initially applied the base and concealer, and you can see that both are holding up beautifully on my skin. It both feels and looks like there's nothing on my skin, pretty much. I'm definitely going to go hunt down that red cushion foundation that they have, the 300 yen one. This brand is quite the happy discovery for me right now. I will be very honest, out of all of the Daiso or 100 yen makeup that I've tried in the past, although I have definitely given my seal of approval to certain Daiso products in the past, in the sense that I did feel like the performance was up to par for the price that you were paying, so it was only fair for me to say that yes, this is a good product, but I never actually personally felt like I myself wanted to continue using that product long term, because I'm just gonna be honest, like I'm a bougie bitch at heart. I just couldn't see myself using a 100 yen item in my daily makeup routine. It just doesn't make sense from like a monetary investment perspective, because I do have such an extensive collection, you know, as somebody who reviews makeup regularly on YouTube. But I must say that that attitude has changed today when it comes to these face products in particular from Coou. I'm the kind of person where there's really no in between with me. Like there's some products that I'm willing to pay premium top dollar for example, the newest, shiniest, you know, eyeshadow palette release. For better or for worse, I'm always more prone to chase those really shiny, exclusive, limited edition, and usually really pricey releases over something that's more practical or budget friendly, like a Daiso eyeshadow palette, no matter how good it is. But then there are some products that I view as just like practical necessities that are not necessarily exciting in terms of discovering new formulations or things like that, like eyebrow powders or nose contour powders, boring stuff like that. Those are not necessarily things that you can show off and get the payback for the money you spent in the form of attention, the way that like a shiny new eyeshadow palette would, right? Because nobody's gonna come up to you and be like, oh my god, your nose contour just looks so good today. So when it comes to those items, I'm definitely more on the side of, okay, I just want something that works, and then the cheaper that I can get it for, the better. And so concealer, or face products in general, but concealer in particular, is definitely one of those products that falls heavy into that latter category for me. In fact, if you have been watching my channel for a while, you know that I am so resistant to spending money on concealer that you can barely find any reviews of concealers on my channel. There's probably only a few that I can count on one hand, like seriously, throughout my entire 5 years so far reviewing makeup on YouTube. So the fact that I was able to find a really decent one at a 110 yen price point, this is a huge win for me. So super excited to continue using this along with the Pink Glow face primer. I gotta get the cushion foundation now. Like, it's not even up for debate at this point. Hopefully this was helpful to you. Let's hope that I can find the cushion foundation in my shade soon so that I can try that for you guys in another video on camera. And yeah, if you're like me where you don't want to spend money on boring products like eyebrow powders and concealer and stuff, check out the Coou concealer, okay? Doubling as an eyeshadow primer. Like, it's 110 yen. You simply cannot go wrong. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!